everyone, and welcome back to another makeup review. Today's guest is Toph. She's been extra needy this morning while her brother is at the groomer, so she's just gonna sit on my lap while I do this. For today's review, I wanted to try some brands that, minus one that I want to use for eyeshadow, that I haven't actually used in the past, but I've heard great things about, so I was just curious if they actually lived up to the hype. So first we're going to use Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream plus Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum plus SPF 50. That is a mouthful. Okay, so I've heard a lot of great things about this foundation and this brand in general. The only thing I'll say, I do really like it, and you'll see the formula once I have it on. I will say though, it didn't have a lot of shade range, which I thought was kind of crappy. It's 2020. If you're gonna have like 15 plus shades for white people, you should have 15 plus shades for people of color, but that's just me. But it is a really nice formula, so I'll go ahead and put it on. It is $39.50, but it does seem to be like a little goes a long way with this, so I have a feeling this will last me a while. I did accidentally get the wrong shade, so to offset that, I'm just gonna put some of my really pale Fenty that I have, because I will be out and about today and I don't want to look orange, so or that my face is a completely different color than my neck. So I'm just going to go in with my wet sponge, and I'll start with just my cheeks. Now what I've liked about this is that it seems to hold well throughout the whole day. I work at an apartment community and I lease apartments, so I am out and about sometimes throughout the day on tours, and that's another reason why I wanted one with SPF in it, because I am outside. I am pale, and in the past I have had to get freckles removed, so if the foundation is good and also has SPF in it, I mean, that is just like a win-win for me personally. And then go up. I don't want to pull a Donald Trump, so I'll make sure it's all the way up. Say what you want about him, like, this isn't me getting into politics, but that picture of him with where he's like orange and it ends here and the rest of his head is up there, that's funny. That's just funny to me. Whether you're, a Democrat, Republican, that shit's just funny. Okay. And then I don't know if you can tell on the camera, but like I said, it's not the 100% my shade, but that's fine. You can always do what I'm doing and just mix something paler that you have, or if it's you accidentally get a shade that's too pale, mix it with something darker that you have. I won't be reviewing any concealer today, just the foundation. If anyone has any recommendations for concealers, I'm all ears. I don't actually wear concealer that often, so I don't know what's good or what's not with concealer. I know I love my Jeffree Star concealer, but that's just one concealer of many. So, and then always make sure you get it down the neck, especially when it's not your 100% your shade. All right, and then I still don't have any new setting powder to review, so I'm just still going in with my Jeffree Star setting powder. I'm almost out of this, so I will be reviewing new setting powder eventually, just not at the moment. The only thing I will say about this is that it is kind of sticky, so I definitely will have to use like a good amount of setting powder, because it's still a little sticky even after I use that that decent amount that I just did. So, all right. I still need some. Okay. So for blush, this is a brand I've used in the past, so it's not one of the newer brands that I wanted to try. Well, actually, before I go on to this, the It minus the shade range, I think it's great. It's definitely worth that $39.50. When I saw that price at first, I was like, oh, that's kind of expensive. But honestly, I really like it, and once I get my correct shade, it'll probably be my new foundation that I use, because I really like that it does have that SPF in it, and it's just a really good formula. It stays on all day. It doesn't get cakey. So definitely recommend the It foundation. All right, so for blush today, I want to go with this Tarte Life of the Party Clay Blush Palette and Clutch. You can actually use this as a wallet. It has like slots for your card. I personally would never use that. It's very bulky. I don't like to carry around really huge purses, so it wouldn't work for me. Plus you would just get, I feel like, blush on your cards, but hey, what do I know? I'm actually gonna use a different brush than I was going to. Got these brushes. Well, my mom got them for me as a gift from Amazon. The like face brushes are good, and it's BS Mall. That's the brand, but the eyeshadow brushes that came with it were awful. So if they sell the face brushes separate, I would recommend getting them. If they do not, don't get it, because then you get a bunch of really crappy eyeshadow brushes with it. All right, continuing. So of course I'm gonna go in with the flamingo shade because I love flamingos, and it's a pretty pale pink. Growing up, I was like, ew, pink, because I was a tomboy. But now that I'm like older, I actually really like pink, as you can tell, with like the pink flannel, the pink tank top, the pink eyeshadow, and blush I'm about to wear. So just go in. I will say this, I don't think this is the best blush. I think Tarte makes a lot of good products. Like, for instance, I love their lipstick. I love their foundation. Their eyeshadow is really nice. This blush is kind of a miss for me, unfortunately. I got it on sale for like $30-some, which is good for 5 shades. I just don't personally think it's the best blush. But I really like my Milani blush. That's only like, less than $10. So if I think that drugstore blush is amazing, these like bougie brands have work to do to compete with it. But it is, you can see it is a pretty pink shade. I feel like you have to swipe more than I like to do with my blushes. All right. And then moving on to one of the brands that I wanted to try. This is ColourPop's highlighter. I was really disappointed in this. I have heard great things about ColourPop. I've used them once before as a lipstick, and their lipstick was really great. Maybe I just got like not a great product from them. But as far as highlighters go, like, I really want them to pop, and sadly this just doesn't. Sorry, ColourPop, your color does not pop. Stupid joke. That's what y'all really come here for, not the makeup review. It's just my shitty jokes. Anyways, so I'm gonna go in with another one of the BS Mall brushes. The highlighting brush works. Like I said, the face brushes are great. It's the eyeshadow brushes that are right. So just go in. And honestly, for like work, this highlighter is fine, because when I go to work, I don't want my highlighter to like blind you. But I notice it doesn't stay on throughout the day. And I'm not going to bring highlighter to work to like reapply throughout the day, and I don't know, I just don't think it's the best formula. It feels really nice, and when you put it on your finger, it looks more bright than it actually is. But anyways, I will put it on and stop talking. And this highlighter is $8. I have yet to find a drugstore highlighter that I like. I love my Jeffree Star highlighter. I love my Fenty Foil Watt highlighter, which I will review on my next video. But I have just yet to find a drugstore highlighter that I like, which is disappointing because I like both drugstore and, you know, the more expensive brands. But if I can find it in the drugstore that works just as good as the expensive brands, and that's what I'll get. But I have yet to find that. So, if anyone has any recommendations for a drugstore one that's really good, let me know. I'll review it, and maybe I will finally be someone that's like, yeah, drugstore highlighter brands are awesome. All right. What do you think, Toph? Do you think the color pops? No? Yeah, me too. She would seriously be content to just sit on my lap all day. Dogs have it made. They really do. All right. For eyeshadows today, I'm going to use the beautiful Jeffree Star Blood Sugar palette. I actually like his Thirsty palette more, and I was going to review that, but he discontinued it. So, but this is his more famous one. Now this is a couple years old, this palette, but you can still get it on his site. I just love his makeup. I can never decide if I like his makeup or Fenty makeup more. But anyways, there is plenty of shades. It's mainly like a pink and red and purple, but they do have some like browns on top. I really like the shade Donor. Also, I gotta give it to him for his shade names. These are freaking great. So we got Candy Floss, which I'll be wearing, Tongue Pop, Sweetener, Cavity, this like hot pink, O Positive, Root Canal. I mean, they're all just basically like medical names, but Blood Sugar is this one. Fresh Meat, Cherry Soda, Prick. I don't know. I just really like the shade names. I appreciate a good shade name. All right. So this is $52, 100% worth it. All of his makeup, I think, is worth it, except for one lipstick that he has. Let me grab it. I don't like this Jeffree Star Hi, How Are Ya shade. I don't know. I just don't like it. Anyways, moving on. So for my lid, I'm going to go in with the shade Candy Floss. I do recommend spraying it with something to make it stick. I don't use eyeshadow primers. That's what foundation and concealer is for to me. You can use it, but I'm sure an eyeshadow primer, maybe I wouldn't have to spray it if I actually got one. All right, so I'm gonna go in with shade Candy Floss, and Top jumped off me. She's done. She doesn't want to hear me talk anymore. And then it is such a pretty pink to me. Like, it's very pigmented. All of his stuff is really pigmented. This is also, I would say, a very good like Valentine's Day present, because it is just a bunch of pinks and reds and purples, which is Valentine's shades. Although me and Aaron don't really do, we've never been one to do Valentine's Day presents. Our tradition originally was to watch The Red Wedding every year for Valentine's Day, but then the last season of Game of Thrones just ruined the rest of the show for us. So we don't we had to come up with a new tradition. So this year we're going to a paint bar, which I think will be a lot of fun. Now that I have that down, which honestly I just love the pinks in this palette, I'm going to go in with Tongue Pop, which is this like corally shade right here. Go in and then just put it above it. I did not get enough. The only thing I will say about this palette is if it's not one of the glittery shades or metallic, the matte shades are a little hard to like, not blend, but to get on the brush. And these are pressed pigments, so if you don't like pressed pigment palettes, I wouldn't get this. I like it, but so just going in with those two shades today. Actually, that's a lie. I'm going to use one more shade. And then, as you can see, the Tongue Pop is just a slightly darker shade than the Candy Floss. Forget what he said Candy Floss was. I think he said it was like cotton candy in Europe or something like that. All right. And then just because I don't have eyeliner, I'm going to bring some eyeshadow down here. Actually, I haven't worn eyeliner in years, so if y'all have like an eyeliner that you think is great, it's easy for use for people who, like me, maybe aren't the best with makeup, let me know and I will go get it and I will try it. So I'm going to go in with Cavity, which is the hot pink, because it kind of matches my flannel. Also, this flannel I've had since high school. It's old as shit. I love clothes that are old. And I'm just going to go in and bring it down as just like an undershade. When I dropped Zuko off at the groomers this morning, I was in full bum mode. So when I go pick them up, they're going to be confused. They're going to be like, you look like a completely different person. All right. So I got the eyeshadow done. And then the last thing I'm going to use is a brand that I had never used before. Actually, it's not the last thing. I have lipstick I'm going to do. And it is the brand Revolution. The reason I got this was it's called The Mascara. I was like, that is a bold statement and I'm here for it and I want to see what this is all about. So I actually really like it. When you take the wand out, reminds me of the one for Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. It's definitely a dupe, I feel like. It is amazing. I love this mascara. I will review other mascaras, but for like day to day, this is definitely the mascara I'm going to start using from now on. It's amazing. I love it, and I really cannot rave it enough. So Revolution, you deserve to call us the mascara because it's a bad bitch. All right. So I'm going to go in. The only thing I'll say is that it can get clumpy in there, so just make sure you, before you put it on, that you have all those like clumpy spots off the wand. All right. And what I like about it is that it's so dark that I only have to do one coat. Like, it's truly amazing and I love it. All right. And the final thing I want to review, I won't say I was disappointed in it, but I don't get the hype. Okay, so I finally broke down and got a Kylie kit because I was like, man, I see so many good things about it. That you get a lipstick and a lip liner, so for the price, it's actually pretty good. The mascara was $10, by the way. This lip is $27. So for both products, it's $27, which honestly is pretty good. I'll just say this, it's beautiful color, hella easy to put on. I just don't think it lasts as long as other not mascaras, as other lipsticks. I do have to reapply it after lunch, which when I wear my Tarte, my Fenty, my Jeffree Star, hell, even my Maybelline, I don't have to do that. And it bleeds a little bit more than other red lipsticks I have from other brands, so it could just be the shade I got. It's, like I said, it's not bad. I like it. I just don't know if I'll ever get another one because for, you know, a couple dollars cheaper or maybe a few dollars more, I can get better quality. So it's not that it's bad. It's just my $25 Fenty is better in my opinion. So I get that it comes with two products, and that is really nice. And maybe if I get a different shade on the line, and I just need to give it a second chance, but I just wasn't super impressed with this. The color is beautiful, but it just, I don't want to have to reapply my $27 lipstick throughout the day. So, all right. So first, just gonna do the lip liner, obviously. It's weird. I'm the worst at putting on like eyeshadow and lipstick, but those are my two favorite things. Like some days I don't wear any other makeup but lipstick. All right. Once you got the lip liner on, put on the actual lipstick. Now I will say it does smell good for a lipstick, and it doesn't taste awful like if I accidentally get some in my mouth. Smells like red velvet, and the shade is red velvet. I didn't even realize that. I don't look at the shade names for lipsticks. I just pick a shade I like and then buy it. So that's funny. It smells like red velvet, and it's called red velvet. Okay. I will say one thing. You just need one swipe with it. So you do get a lot of product on it. It's a gorgeous shade. Very pretty shade. It just bleeds a little bit and then doesn't stay on the best. All right. So for setting spray today, I'm going to use, I'm going to butcher the name, Mario Badescu Skincare, established 1967. Facial spray with aloe, cucumber, and green tea. Mist onto face and neck as needed. Use before moisturizer throughout the day or as the final step following makeup application. So I'm just gonna spray. I did spray it after my moisturizer as well. For moisturizer, I use Olay. I know it's like a cheap drugstore moisturizer, and but my mom has been using that. I remember since I was a little kid, and like wine, she just gets better with age. She's beautiful. So if the Olay moisturizer has kept her looking as young as she looks, I'm gonna use that too. So anyways, this is my complete look. It's very cute, very pink for Valentine's Day. Maybe this is what I'll do when Erin and I have our Valentine's Day date. And honestly, my favorite products out of all the things that I just used were definitely the mascara. It's freaking amazing. And then the IT foundation. I wish it had more shade range, but I cannot control that. And this is shade Fair Light. All right, well, I thank everyone who watches, and y'all have an amazing Monday.